The week ended with a highly emotional twist for Priya Nandra Hart and Penny Branning in the long-running soap EastEnders, as both women faced intense situations and major choices. Priya had been feeling increasingly ill and found herself struggling with a complicated mix of emotions. During the previous night's hen party, things went badly when she accidentally threw up over Beale. Later, while alone in the toilets at the Queen Vic, Priya decided to take a pregnancy test. The result confirmed her fears. She was expecting a baby. This immediately raised questions about who the father could be, considering her secret relationship with Max Branning and her previous romance with Ravi, who had asked her to marry him earlier that week. Later, Priya sat by herself in Square Gardens, clearly troubled and overwhelmed by everything happening around her. Jean Slater quickly picked up on her unusual behavior and realized that something was wrong. Although Jean knew about Priya's affair with Max and had never approved of their relationship, she still tried to support her friend when Priya admitted that she was pregnant. After carefully considering her options, Priya initially decided that ending the pregnancy was the right choice. Elsewhere, Penny had brushed aside Vinny Panesar's worries about her increasingly swollen leg, determined that nothing would stop her from launching her clothing store, Pretty Penny. However, while Vinny was away, Penny fell from her wheelchair and was eventually found by Vinny's mother, Suki Panesar Unwin. At the same time, excitement was building outside Pretty Penny as a large crowd gathered for the shop's grand opening. After learning about Penny's condition from Max, a concerned Vinny immediately headed to the hospital. Medical staff discovered that Penny had developed a blood clot, but thankfully confirmed that she and her unborn baby were both out of danger. Penny then reassured Vinny that she would let him play a bigger role in supporting her from now on, admitting that she had often pushed him away emotionally. Back on the square, Priya remained deeply conflicted as Jean accompanied her home. After everything that had happened, she eventually realized that she could not go through with the termination and wanted to keep her child. In an emotional moment, Priya asked Ravi to propose to her once again, indicating that she was prepared to move forward with him, despite the many unanswered questions surrounding her future. Killer Janine Butcher is set to make a shocking return to EastEnders, with emotional funeral scenes appearing to pave the way for another explosive twist. 4 years after her previous appearance, Janine Butcher is coming back to Walford, once again played by Charlie Brooks. New location filming has confirmed that the notorious character is involved in a major storyline that is expected to create plenty of chaos. The upcoming scenes are believed to center around a funeral, where Linda Carter comes face to face with her former rival for the first time since Mick Carter disappeared. Tensions quickly rise between Linda and Janine, leading to a heated confrontation. Max Branning, who has developed complicated feelings for Linda since returning to the square, becomes caught in the middle and steps in. Janine previously made Linda's life extremely difficult, contributing to her emotional struggles before becoming romantically involved with Mick. Their bitter rivalry eventually reached a dangerous point when Janine was involved in a car crash while Linda was drunk and sitting in the passenger seat. With Linda unconscious following the accident, Janine attempted to protect herself by moving her rival into the driver's position, making it appear that Linda had been responsible for the crash. Janine's deception was finally uncovered around Christmas 2022, shortly after she had married Mick, despite his continued feelings for Linda. Once Mick discovered the truth about Janine's actions, he was forced to confront the reality of the woman he had married. Linda and Mick eventually reunited emotionally, but their happiness was short-lived. When Janine attempted to flee, the pair pursued her, resulting in a devastating chain of events. Janine drove her vehicle over a cliff with Linda trapped inside. Mick bravely entered the water in an attempt to save Linda, but he disappeared beneath the waves and was never seen again. Linda was left devastated by the loss of Mick and was eventually forced to accept that the man she loved had seemingly died while trying to save her. Following the incident, Janine was arrested and ultimately sent to prison for her actions. Her schemes completely changed Linda's life, while Shirley Carter was also left heartbroken by Mick's disappearance and later chose to leave Walford. During Janine's time behind bars, Linda slowly tried to rebuild her future. She welcomed her mother Elaine Peacock back to Albert Square and eventually worked alongside her before the pair established their own bed and breakfast. However, Linda's life is about to be thrown into turmoil again after Janine's return was announced earlier this year. The storyline has reportedly been described as one that could have a huge impact on Albert Square. The exact reason behind Janine's comeback is still being kept secret, but fresh filming images have confirmed that Charlie Brooks has returned to the role she has played on and off since 1999. Kellie Bright has also been spotted filming as Linda, with the two characters once again sharing the screen. Max is also involved, suggesting that the storyline could become even more complicated. The big question is why Janine has returned to Walford, and whether her arrival could ultimately be connected to Linda's upcoming departure. Earlier this month, it was officially confirmed that Kellie Bright would leave EastEnders after 13 years as Linda Carter. Reflecting on her decision, Kellie explained that the soap had been her home for more than a decade and that she had thoroughly enjoyed her time on the program. She revealed that she had made the difficult choice to leave more than a year earlier, but agreed to remain longer after being offered an exciting storyline. Although she admitted that she would greatly miss her friends and colleagues, Kellie said she was also looking forward to beginning the next stage of her life and spending more time with her family. EastEnders viewers have been left worried that the soap may have dropped another major hint about a tragic future for Penny Branning. In the latest episode, Penny was confronted with a frightening medical emergency after developing a blood clot that placed both her health and her unborn baby in danger. Penny was spending time with her Uncle Max when she suddenly began coughing up blood. She was quickly taken to hospital, where doctors confirmed that she had suffered a blood clot. Thankfully, medical staff reassured her that both she and her baby were safe. The frightening experience left Penny emotional, and she later broke down in front of her boyfriend Vinny before promising that she would start taking her health more seriously. However, it was an earlier conversation that really alarmed viewers. While Max was contacting the hospital, Penny told him that if the worst happened, he should make sure the baby was saved. Some fans immediately interpreted the comment as a possible clue that Penny could eventually be forced to make the ultimate sacrifice for her child. One viewer suggested that the moment could be subtle foreshadowing connected to the upcoming New Year storyline. They admitted they hoped Penny would survive because she had become one of their favourite characters and praised the actress for her performance. There is already plenty of speculation surrounding Penny because of the New Year flash forward. During the episode, Penny's father Jack was seen looking after a baby named Ethan, while Penny herself was nowhere to be found. Her absence led many viewers to question whether she could be killed before New Year's Day. Another fan said the latest episode had made them even more convinced that Penny could be written out of the show in the months ahead, particularly because she was missing from the flash-forward scenes. Others, however, focused on Max's words to Penny. He insisted that he would not allow anything to happen to her, leading some viewers to wonder whether his reassurance was actually the important piece of foreshadowing. One fan argued that Penny's comments about saving the baby could simply be designed to mislead viewers. They suggested that Max's determination to protect Penny might instead hint at what eventually happens. There is also speculation that Max's role in the flash-forward could already have been partially explained. During the future scenes, his son Oscar reminded the family that Max had saved Ethan's life. EastEnders is broadcast on BBC One from Monday through Thursday at 7:30 p.m, while the latest episodes are available to watch on BBC iPlayer from 6 a.m.